We don't have enough time for me to tell you the many wonderful things that I know about him and the many wonderful things that we've done together. We went around the world together with the Philip Morris Super Band, and I learned a whole lot about the flute, the saxophone, about swimming in cold water in Australia. They call him Magic, and the reason they call him Magic is because you could take a bottle of ink, throw it on music paper, and he'll read it first time. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to say, let's look at the video of the fantastic Mr. Frank Wess, Magic.
Frank Wess is the epitome of a humble working musician, but his contribution to jazz history shouldn't be underestimated. He remains a top-rated tenor saxophone soloist, but he's also one of the first major stylists of the jazz flute. Wess is also a tangible link between the big band and bebop traditions, proving that the swing era and the modern era are not opposing forces. He is a great section player and an outstanding improviser, with a beautiful tone that's deeply rooted in blues and swing. Frank Wess was born on January 4th, 1922, in Kansas City, Missouri. He moved to Washington, D.C. in 1935 and played in military bands abroad during World War II. In 1946, he joined the Billy Eckstine Orchestra, which at the time included the likes of Fats Navarro, Gene Ammons, and Art Blakey. From 1953 to 1964, Wess made his most enduring mark as a member of the Count Basie Orchestra. Often referred to as the New Testament Band, this pivotal incarnation of the Basie Orchestra featured such giants as Thad Jones and Frank Foster. Wess, in fact, played an important role in recruiting these masters, thus launching one of the most significant chapters in big band and jazz history. Wess appears on the landmark Basie recordings of the era, including in Paris, Chairman of the Board, and Count Basie at Newport, as well as Basie's legendary albums with Joe Williams and Tony Bennett. He served as one of the Basie Band's arrangers and composers, in addition to being featured on tenor and alto saxophones. And without Wess's incomparable flute playing, many of the band's classic arrangements would not have been the same. Wess has recorded extensively as a leader and made innumerable sideman appearances with such greats as Ray Charles, Charles Mingus, Clark Terry, Toshiko Akiyoshi, and John Faddis. For a time, he worked as a staff musician for ABC Television, performing on The Dick Cavett Show and others. He also played in a number of memorable Broadway pit orchestras, including Golden Boy with Sammy Davis Jr. and Sugar Babies with Mickey Rooney. For 10 years, he played first tenor in the Carnegie Hall Jazz Band, and he is now an esteemed member of the Dizzy Gillespie Alumni All-Star Big Band. Wess's recent album with piano master Hank Jones, titled Hank and Frank, is one of the first releases from Lineage Records. The label's mission is to forge bonds between living legends like Wess and the young musicians that they continue to inspire year after year. On behalf of the National Endowment for the Arts, please welcome 2007 NEA Jazz Master, Frank Wess.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the National Endowment for the Arts, I present to you this fellowship award along with the richly deserved title of NEA Jazz Masters. Frank Wess.
James Moody. It's been a long road, and I've been very fortunate that I guess I was born at the right time. I knew all the greats and have played with them and talked with them and lived with them. Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Benny Carter, all those people, you know. And here in this room, they have my peers and people that I've played with and enjoyed listening to for the last 69 years. Dr. Billy Taylor, I met in 1935. Joe Wilder, 1938. Snooky Young and Gerald Wilson, 1940. Hank Jones, 1946. We were in the Bill Eckstein band together with Art Blakey and Fats Navarre, Gene Ammons and the like. And so I've been fortunate to know these people, even knew General Martin, believe it or not. But what makes it even nicer, I'm still here to enjoy the younger musicians. You know, the likes of Wynton Marsalis, Eric Alexander, Greg Gisbert, Antonio Hart, oh, so many, Justin Robinson, you know, there's so many that are playing now, yeah, and playing beautifully. So I'm fortunate again to be able to know and work and play with them. So when you stop to think of it, we've all come so far, because when I started in this business, jazz was a dirty name. And now you can get a degree from the school. So we've made so much progress from the stage bands, you know, up to now, and now you can get a degree and get an award. So it's been a beautiful life, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And I knew today was going to be a very special day, because this morning, early this morning, I was standing out on the corner of 84th and Lexington, and I was waving my cane trying to hail a cab. And there was a big sanitation truck coming down Lexington, and it stopped across the street there, and I saw the driver get out, and before I knew it, he was right there with me. He said, "Frank, I had to stop. I saw you standing here." He said, "I'll get you a cab." So he hailed me a cab. So I knew today was my lucky day. All right. And I'm very honored and very proud and very happy to be in association with all the people that I've worked with and loved and listened to and still love. So I want to thank the NEA and all my friends all over the world, and all the beautiful jazz musicians and the beautiful people in the business, and there's still some left, believe me. I want to thank all of you, and God bless.